Hey guys, my name is Vladimir. I'm developer advocate in Waves. We are technical partners of OpenHack 2020 in Australia, and I'm happy to be here giving you a workshop about blockchain basics. During this video, we will cover all the main topics about blockchain technology, starting from nodes and transactions and ending with smart contracts. Don't worry, even if you're a beginner, this video will be a perfect start for you to start exploring blockchain and building your decentralized applications. After this video, you will be able to build a fully operational application on top of blockchain and win the hackathon. To help you better understand the material I'm going to give you, I prepared a simple PDF file. You can download it following the link in the description. I wish you a good luck, enjoy the hackathon and this video. Let me start from a simple question. Why do we actually need blockchain? An important question, right? For this, I will need to explain you the simple history of web evolution. First, internet was invented in the very end of the last century, and there were only simple HTML applications. This was the Web 1.0, the first internet. After that, the huge projects like Facebook appeared, and it became more interesting. Users started providing their own content and share it with web, with the full internet, with the network. But there still is a problem. We aren't confident with our data. So when I send a message in Facebook to someone, I cannot be sure that my information won't be stolen. I don't know what does Facebook do with my data, how does this project store my data, and this is why we need the new generation of web. Web 3.0 must be secure and decentralized. It must cooperate with user data in a secure way. Okay, and this is why we actually need blockchain. Oh, now it's the time to talk about blockchain. Okay, very good. And this is how the IT industry looked like in the last 2 years. Why? Why so many interest to this technology? The answer is simple. Because people don't really understand this technology. Regular people think that this is a complex technology, maybe it's rocket science or even more harder, and they're sure it will change the future because we hear it everywhere. But there are not so many people who really understand it. And regular people know about Bitcoin, they know about ICOs, they know that there's much money in blockchain, but they don't know that blockchain is just a way of storing data, just a simple technology. But this technology is really cool for developers because using blockchain you can build an interesting products. Blockchain-based applications or decentralized applications. The idea is that your application can store data in a blockchain, not in your database, not in like something close. If you store data in blockchain, it's open to any internet user. And this is the main advantage of blockchain technology. And this is why blockchain is more secure than a server. So, why is it so secure? The key feature. Data is stored on many devices at the same time. These devices are called nodes. This is how it looks for Waves, as an example. We have more than 300 nodes launched all over the world. It's really important because we don't have nodes located in the same city or not in the same country. Even if we lose all the nodes in Europe, for example, we still have nodes in America that store your data. That means you will not lose your data unless there still is at least one node, at least one computer storing blockchain. Of course, it's really important how does blockchain store data. As you can guess, using the name of this technology, it's a chain of blocks. Every minute or even faster, it depends on the network, the new block with the new data appears. So every minute there is a new block with new data that was sent by users in this minute, and it's appended to the chain. And all computers store the full chain in the local storage. So what does data block contain? First of all, this is a link to the previous block. Okay, you probably understand why we need it, right? Because this link makes the full chain work together. But the most important thing is that each block does store many transactions. Transactions. Maybe you heard this word. Oh, for sure you heard it in terms of financial world, but it's not only about financials. For example, in Waves, we have 16 types of transactions. So you see there are 4 fields, okay, 3 fields and our data transactions. And for example, you can see that we have a simple data transaction, number 12. This is a simple transaction that just stores data. We have transfer transaction, this is payment. We have issue transaction that, creates tokens. The first launching of the new tokens or crypto coins. And yes, the very important part, what is transaction, okay? Transaction is fact of sending something, the fact of sending something. And in programmers' world, it looks like this. It can be a little bit scary, but this is a simple JSON, okay? And if we look a little bit deeper, we see that every field here is pretty simple. For example, this is a transfer transaction example. We see an amount, 2 waves, so I'm just adding 2 waves, recipient and sender, addresses, commission I pay to the network, the type, number 4 is transfer transaction, as you see from here. So, and many points. For example, timestamp is time provided in a Linux format. So, and there are many types, 16 types. This is why I chose different colors. They are stored in a block and connected to the global chain. Very important question. What's sender and recipient? As I've already told, these are addresses. Addresses of accounts. So 2 accounts, sender and recipients, both of them have addresses, different strings. Let me explain you more about this. Each user in blockchain can have many accounts. Account 1, account 2, account 3. And using some software, the user can cooperate with accounts. For example, here you see the basic tool called Wavekeeper. Each account has some fields. For example, there are 2 public fields that help to recognize this account, to identify it in the network. Public key and address. You have already seen address, for example. It's used in transactions. Moreover, there are 2 private strings. Private key and seed. Seed phrase is also known as backup phrase. I will show it a bit later. And this seed and private key both are used as a password to access your account that has some public fields like public key and address. Using my account data, I can create transactions and sign them, then send to the blockchain, and my transaction will be added to the next block. And all of the blocks in the network, currently there are more than 2 million blocks in Waves mainnet, for example. All of this data is stored on many nodes located all over the world. And the main idea is that this data is transparent. Any user of internet can use some tools like Explorer to see the data. Let me show you how we can explore blockchain using a tool called Waves Explorer. This is another tool, it's not connected to Wavekeeper, and I don't know, but it's not opening. Why? Okay, it's here. Let me choose testnet. If we work with testnet, it will be better. And what I see, I see the list of blocks added to the network in the last time, and we see that they appear each minute. So it takes about a minute to mine a new block. If I click here, I can see the data that was added. In the last block, there were how many? 7 transactions, 1 script invocations, it is an invocation of a smart contract, and 6 exchange transactions. For example, using this tool, I can see that someone changed this amount of BTC and bought this amount of waves. I can see more details clicking on the transaction. Here I see the transaction ID, type, so the same as in JSON, but in more user-friendly format, you know. Here I see all of the information about this exchange transaction. Okay, this is cool, but it's more interesting to explore your own transactions. As you remember, we have an account, test 12. I can click here and the page with my account will open. The problem is we still don't have any transactions, and actually we don't have a balance on it. Our regular balance is 0 waves. Let me fix it. We are still in testnet. This is why I can use faucet to get some test coins, just to play around with blockchain. To get some test coins, I just need to copy my address. Here it is. Insert it in the field. Prove that I'm not a robot. Woohoo! And request 10 waves. Amazing, right? After that, I can go to the page of mine, and yes, first I see the transaction. The first transaction that is directed to my account. I get 10 waves, and this means my balance will change. Yes, regular balance is now 10 waves. Amazing. Yes, it's very cool. I have 10 waves. It still is testnet balance, but you know, it makes feel you happy. Okay, this is how Waves Explorer work. I can use it. For example, let me show you how I can send a transaction. It's interesting, right? For this, I will use another tool called Waves Exchange. All the link you will be able to find in the description. And here you see maybe one of the biggest Waves-based projects called Exchange, and I can use it to work with my account. Welcome back. Hello. Here you see my test accounts because it's still testnet. I can add my account to this instrument, to this tool. Well, it's my previous one. Let me switch an account, add a new one, import accounts using Keeper, and this, yes, will make me work with an account that I was previously created. This is how does Waves Keeper work. It doesn't provide my private data like seed or private key to the waves.exchange. It's opening this window and saying me, hey, are you sure you want to give your personal data like address to the Waves Exchange? I say yes, I would like. After that, I am authorizing. Yay! And I have the page that's connected to my account. Here's my balance, and let me send some data to someone. Doesn't matter. I will choose in another account, like my previous one. Your address, to this one. And where is test 12? It's here. Okay, I will choose this one as a recipient, and I will send him one waves coin. Continue. And now I need to sign a transaction using Waves Keeper. I will sign it and add a proof to the JSON if you need to talk in a technical way. Okay, sign. Now it's signed, but still not sent. I need to put a send button to send the signed transaction to the testnet. Few details. Do I need to see the details? Yeah, actually it's here. It's completed. It means that if we use Waves Explorer to find this transaction with this ID, we will see some data. Yay! It's here. An amount 1 waves sent to this guy from this guy. This is our page. We have already seen it. I got 10 waves and then sent one of them to my another account. So as you see, I used a tool that's not like an ecosystem tool. It's Waves Exchange. It lives apparently from the main protocol, and I didn't provide any personal data. It just used my Waves Keeper data to sign a transaction and send it. And all of this data is stored in a Waves Explorer. And if I share this link to you, this one, yes, this one, and you check it, you will find all of the information about my transaction. This is what I mean by transparency and security, because at the same time, no one knows who is this guy with this account. For now, we have covered the main aspects of the blockchain technology. If you miss something, feel free to ask in the developers chat or in the comments below. Also, don't forget to download the PDF file in the link, it's here. This file contains all the main information we are covering during this video, and maybe it will answer your questions. And if you are ready to continue, we are going to smart contracts. Maybe it's the most interesting part of this video, so prepare and 1, 2, 3. To explain you how does smart contract work, let me show you a simple example. Imagine you have some balance, some big balance like, 8 waves, and you want to store it somewhere, to put your waves to the bank. And this is an application that simulates a real bank. I can deposit some waves and I can withdraw some waves using this simple interface. I can get an information about this bank and its functionality using an address. For example, I can go to, yes, here is this page. I can go to the Explorer page and find it. I see that someone has already used this bank in the year 2019, but it's okay. And I can go to the page called script and see the logic. How does the script work? This is a programming language called Write. I will make you learn Write a little bit later, but the important thing is that our account, the simple one we have used in a previous example with this balance, doesn't have script. It's a simple account with no script. It's a simple account, and this one is called the app, decentralized application. Okay, let me show you how does bank work. I'm sure you are really waiting for depositing some waves to it. Okay, I will deposit one waves coin, deposit. And this is the most important part. I don't just send it, I am signing a transaction, a script invocation. Okay, let me approve it and then show you what is happening actually. Now I see that I'm paying 1 waves. Okay, approve. The transaction is gone. And what's actually happening? What's happening? My balance will change. Yay, it's changed. I paid, oh no, it's not changed. Why? Let me reload it. Yeah, now it's changed. It changed more than 1 waves because I sent 1 waves coin as a script invocation and I paid and another amount as a fee, as a commission for transaction. I see that I made a script invocation. I called this account. Here is my invocation. And I sent one waves. This is a bank account, and it's important that I see that I have sent one waves, and everyone in the network sees. And this is why the bank cannot steal my money. Moreover, it has a data page where I can see that my address, I forgot my address, this one has this amount of waves on the balance. Why this one? Because we have how many decimals? 8 decimals in one waves coin. If I want to withdraw it, I can do it with no problems using this form. Just withdraw one waves, another script invocation with no payments, because they pay to me now. I put approve and the script is gone, and the money, where's my account? Money must be back. Okay, this is a transaction and my balance must grow a bit. Yay, it's here. So everything is back now on place. I just put my money in the bank and then ask it back. How can I make sure that this function is work in a correct way? First of all, we can check a source code and find that what this program is actually doing. When I put withdraw, the withdraw function is called, where is it? Oh, here it is, withdraw. And we see that this transaction is created. Type 16 means script invocation. Function withdraw with this account, this one. And yes, we sign it using Wavekeeper. How can we check what does this withdraw function mean? We can go to the script page, as I have already shown you, but now we understand more about how does it work from a user side. We can see that withdraw function takes an amount as an argument, amount how many we would like to withdraw, and it's working with blockchain using this logic, and as a script result does a transfer to the account and sends the asked amount of waves back to the owner. To better understand this, let me show you this source code in the very powerful tool called Waves IDE. This is an online tool, and actually this example is called wallet.write. Write is the name of computer language, by the way, smart contracts language. Yes, you can find it if you open IDE. You will see this page. You can find an examples in the library. The apps, wallet write, and here it is. For now, I will not, going deeper. You can learn this code using these comments and using the right tutorials that I will attach in the description. This language is really simple. It has many advantages, like it has, if you're a specialist in other blockchain platforms, for you will be important information that there are no gas in these smart contracts. If you are not a blockchain developer, for you, I have a good information that this language is really simple. It looks like Scala. This was essential for this language. And to create such a smart contract, you only need 40 lines of code with many comments. So this is really simple to create smart contracts. After you create it, you can deploy a smart contract, sending a transaction with a type number 13. It's a script set transaction. How to build and deploy a smart contract, you can learn using a tutorial that I will attach. For now, the idea is that using blockchain, you can not only do a transfer transaction, you can do a script invocation. that's more powerful and can provide much more functionality, because anyone can create smart contracts and attach them as a script of an account. This is the end of our workshop. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to ask any questions in the comments below or in the Slack chat. You can ask any person from our experts team. And also, we have prepared an additional tutorial for you how to create your first decentralized application. We will build a simple tool for tracking COVID and pandemic, so please feel free to go to the next video if you feel ready. Thank you for watching and see you!